We are live. I'm Tim Gosnell, and this is Lunch Money. Welcome to the show. I'm here with my co-host and aunt, Melissa.
Hello.
It's Wednesday, October 15th. It's our first Wednesday show.
Oh, it is.
It is, yeah.
And this is my fault.
So historically, we have been on Tuesdays at noon, but now going forward, we will be Wednesdays at noon.
Yes, we will.
Because why?
I have an engagement on Tuesday evenings, and I can't do two things in one day.
So we're one of those things. So
yes.
We were the one that got moved. It works out. It really doesn't matter to me. So I doubt it matters to y'all that much. So Wednesdays, join us Wednesday, grab your lunch. We're going to talk about personal finance, money, how to create a life that you love. Today's topic is finances on pause, thriving through the shutdown. The federal government is shut down. Yeah. Now, you might think, hey, I'm not a federal employee. This does not apply to me.
Yeah.
But you could very well be in a position where your finances are on pause because of a job loss, because of
the economy,
because of a mega virus. What do they call it? Pandemic, whatever the reason is, we want to be prepared. So it's good to think through. So whether you're currently going through it or you could be going in the future, that's what we're going to be talking about. Finances on pause.
All right.
So, but first, let's visit a little bit.
Let's visit.
Wasn't here last week on a cruise boat in the middle of the Caribbean somewhere. It was a good time. I did get COVID.
That's not a good time.
So that put a little damper on half the trip, but overall it was good. We went to Seattle first to go to a comedy show. We visited some friends, and then we flew back from Virginia. So we went from Virginia to Seattle to Florida.
Okay.
Did the cruise and then went from Florida back to Virginia. So now we're home. Now when we were in Seattle, it's like the coffee capital of the United States.
Did you drink a lot of coffee?
We drank some, but we stopped by a robot cafe. So historically on the cruise ships that we go on like the big Royal Caribbean Oasis class, they have a bar that has a robot that makes your drinks.
Oh, I've seen those, yeah.
Bobby loves it. Obviously, he gets a non-alcoholic drink, but he just gets to press all the buttons and to watch the robot make his drink and slide it out to him, and he gets to drink it, and he loves it. The ship that we were going on this time did not have that. They had a tiki bar instead. It was neat looking, but it was no robot bar.
Yeah.
So Sarah found literally a block from our hotel was a coffee robot bar, so you could order your coffee. I brought pictures, but I'm running so late today. I didn't have time to put up the pictures and videos. So you order it on a kiosk, and the robot makes it. But guess what it asks you for on the screen when checking out at a robot coffee shop?
Do you want to tip?
Do you want to tip the robot?
Of course it did.
do you tip the robot?
No, absolutely not.
We're not really tipping the robot. We're tipping the person that maintains the machine that is the robot. But even then, I want that person to get paid a living wage and not to rely on tips. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting that it's like robots are taking our jobs and demanding tips. So what would you guys do? Would you tip the robot? Do you tip baristas?
Sometimes. It depends.
I don't regularly as a rule, but if I go there to that same shop often as a gesture of goodwill to my friends behind the counter, I will.
Yeah.
But again, my general rule is I tip people who get paid less than minimum wage, where tips are a part of their compensation, or historically it's a major part of their compensation. And then I am voting for people and hoping that we can just get everyone's living wages up.
Yes.
So that they don't need to live off of tips. So anyway, that's my thing on that. All right. So that was that. Here's a little tip just on recurring revenue, not recurring revenue. I'm in business mind. I have a business and I love recurring revenue, but on the other side, I don't love recurring subscriptions at times because you can forget about them. And then you continue to pay them for years and not remember it. So Melissa and I are now business partners now through the end of the year, and we're working on some stuff. And we were talking about a subscription last night, and I was like, she was going to pay for the year. I was like, just go ahead and cancel it right away so it doesn't auto renew. And this is what I do. Every once in a while, there's an app that I need access to, and you have to subscribe to it in order to sign up. Yeah. But I only need it for a couple days or a week or whatever. So immediately, I do not do the thing in the app until I've gone in and canceled the subscription.
Because it'll let you keep it through what you paid for it already.
Most things. I've ran across a couple where if you cancel it stops it right away. Yeah. But some of them, yes. Most of them will continue to let you use it. and then you don't forget and accidentally leave it on.
Yeah.
And you can always resubscribe. The only downside to doing it that way is there is a potential that they could raise their prices, and then they could, if you currently had a subscription that was recurring, you would get the old legacy pricing, and if you have to sign up again, you'd pay the new pricing.
But you can also negotiate, and there's a lot of times I have negotiated, and they will give some pretty, like if you cancel or try to cancel.
1,000,000%. And so there's some software for so businesses. We have Double Tap Business, which is a small creative agency. We primarily do websites. We do some other stuff as well, but primarily websites. And there was some software that I needed. And it was like the package that would be right for us had more than we needed, but I needed some things in it. And it was like $250 a month. And I really didn't want to pay that much for it because it wasn't worth that, but I still wanted it. So I was talking to my friend who uses the software, and he's like, I emailed the founder, and he gave me a steep discount. So I did that. So guess how much I got it for?
Wait, I like to guess.
So it included, so I get everything except for it had 10 seats, and I only needed 1 seat. So only one user. I don't need multiple users. And so I got everything except for only one user instead of 10.
I'm going to go really low and say $35 a month.
$37.
Dang it, I love it when
that was. Yeah. I mean, that's practically getting it. So yeah, $37. So from $250 to $37, it took an email, and that's all that it took. So highly recommend you can negotiate. One more subscription tip that I heard from my sister-in-law while we were gone. We were talking about Disney Plus or something like that. And this requires a little bit of effort, but apparently Disney Plus runs a Black Friday deal where if you do it, but it's only for like first time subscribers.
You gotta do a new email every time.
It's something like first time, or you can't be an active subscriber. So what they do is they alternate accounts between her and him. And so they each have an account. One cancels it, turns off the auto subscription. The other one, when the Black Friday deal comes up, does it. And it's it takes it like, it's like $5 a month or something versus like 10 or 50. Yeah,
it's a lot. It's significant.
Yeah.
We just did this last Black Friday. Now you just have to remember which login is now current. That's the only thing. That can be a little bit troublesome, but we do that.
If you're willing to do that, you can save $15 a month, whatever it is. So anyway, you have to measure how much this stuff is worth to you. At a certain point when you reach some financial stability, it starts to take more time than it's worth. But when you're early on and you're hustling, and it's the difference in not having a streaming service or having a streaming service because your budget is tighter and you're trying to pay off debt. Then it's worth it. It is worth the time. So, all right, let's see. I was going to talk about just something ain't right with me. Like I'm,
in what way?
I'm just exhausted.
You look tired. I was going to say
worn out. I'm overwhelmed. I just have so much going on.
Yeah.
And I talked about this a little bit the week that robot voice was on. Somebody had come in and pressed the robot voice, so we recorded a whole episode with a robot voice, and we were live for 20 something minutes, just talking.
Two robots just talking.
Hey, engagement went up though. I think people just watched to see what would happen. Like, how long are they going to talk with a robot voice before they notice? How many comments can we do before they notice? So maybe it's an engagement strategy we should try at some point. But so I talked about it a little bit then. But I have the Double Tap business. Then I have the business with Melissa where we sell these pain stim rollers for people who struggle with self-harm, people who are autistic, people who are neurodivergent and need just some slightly pain stimulation.
It's called pain
stimming. So we do that. It's been going very. How are you feeling about the business?
Great.
Feeling great. Sales.
Now, asked me 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
not so great.
There's been some ups and downs, but overall, I feel like we're headed in a very positive direction.
Yeah.
But now I'm a part of 2 businesses. My wife, as all of you regular viewers will know, is a cancer patient. She's been a cancer patient for going on 10 years. And so she was just in New York yesterday, went from Virginia to New York back in one day for treatment. And so we have all that. I go with her quite frequently. We have lots of doctor's appointments, all that stuff. We have a 10-year-old son. And I'm trying to do a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Which, I enjoy. Like, the point of doing this is I enjoy it. Like, this is you get asked the question, what would you do if money wasn't a thing? Like, this is what I would do. But I don't have enough time to dedicate to it. We got a really nice. I meant to screen capture it, but it was somebody in Spanish.
You didn't have time.
I didn't have time. It's on my list of things to do. He said in Spanish, like, why doesn't this guy have more followers? This is a great channel. And I was like, thank you for subscribing. Hey, by the way, we are trying to overcome Dave Ramsey, the Godfather, in subscribers. He currently has 4 million something. We have 615. We're getting there. We're making progress. So if you want to join us on this mission, please subscribe. Watch us Tuesdays at noon. But it was really encouraging to hear that. But he was basically like, why doesn't the channel have more followers? And I'm like, part of it is I just don't have the time to dedicate to the channel.
And it takes time.
And the type of content that I want to do. We're doing lives, not because they're more engaging, but because it's easier to produce because of time. So anyway, all that to say, it's like, I don't want to drop. I'm my family, number one.
Right.
Not changing anything there. If anything, I need to give them more time and attention and energy. And so that's number one. I don't really want to give up YouTube. It doesn't have the momentum that I want right now, but I'm starting to enjoy it. I'm like finding a place that I enjoy it. And I think it has potential at some point, maybe 5 years down there. Like I think there's potential and I enjoy it and I'm having fun. And so it's my dream. I want to dream. I want to do it. Don't take that away from me, Melissa.
I'm trying not to. Trying to figure it out, Tim.
And then we have Picky Polly.
Yes, we do.
Which I don't want to get rid of. Because that I enjoy the problem solving, I enjoy new business, I enjoy all that stuff. So then it leaves my regular business.
Well, that is your income.
So, and that is my income. That's how I make a living, and I make a fine. I make a good living. Like, and here's the thing: the reason I'm talking about all this on the channel, I'm not just trying to ramble. I'm trying to because the point of this channel is to help viewers financially create a life that they love. Yeah, a life that is not stressful. A life where you aren't tired all of the time. You know, that's what I want you guys to create. And I have had that for quite a while. And I'm not there now, but it's not because of finances. Does that make sense?
It's because of time.
It's because of I just want to do too many things. I have too many things. I don't have the time. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to acknowledge it and talk it through with you guys. So, because if you're feeling that way or you've ever felt that way because of money, that's what this show is here to solve. I've solved that for my life, but I haven't solved it in this other area. So I need to work on it. And really, as I go to counseling and talk about it with my counselor, the biggest area, and I am working on it, is delegating more within my business, hiring more. I have a very small team. It's me and 2 full-time people, but I have lots of contractors that I can and should use, and I need to utilize them more. And so I need to be working with those more and not just doing it all myself. The hard thing about that is if you are the business owner, you make profit from the business. Right. But if you're the business owner and you do the work, you make even more profit in the business because I don't have to pay someone else to do it.
What would you tell me if I was in your shoes? Knowing all the ins and outs.
No, what would you tell me in your shoes?
I was going to curse. Hire them.
I am. That's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm doing it.
So you are currently doing this.
I've started and I need to do it more. And I'm trying to walk through my life, and it's tough because training people, like all that almost takes more energy. More time. Yeah. So I'm trying to work in the places and areas where it's the fastest and easiest and I can get the most momentum. And I also probably, frankly, I mean, there's 2 other things. So I need to hire more people, like contractors, utilize them more. I need to say no to some things. Yeah. And really, I don't like saying no. I need to raise my prices on certain things so that they're self-selecting or I have more margin to hire people contractors, and then I can just manage it. So anyway, a lot of stuff on that, but hopefully that's helpful or relatable to some of you guys just kind of working through it. There's a lot of things I don't want to give up. I'm a have your cake and eat it too kind of guy. Yeah. And I've been able to do that for a while. Like I really have years. I've been able to, I feel like, you know, financially we have our footing. I've been able to do a lot of things that I've loved. I had more free time and I've just kind of hit this point where you're feeling the burn. Yeah, I think it's adding a second, but I think it's your business's fault. But I'm really enjoying it. So it's not like that's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to help and have maybe other businesses with people in them also running them, and then help with bring my expertise to that business. But so I don't want to give it up. So something's got to give. So we'll work it out together. I'll update you guys. And then there's the whole. I was talking to my very nice friend, amazing guy, and he very subtly and kindly worked into the conversation. Have you thought about exercising and maybe eating healthier. And those
is he an exerciser and does he eat
yes,
decently? Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
And he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Of course he's not wrong.
I hate working. I hate working out for the sake of working out. I despise. I can't tell you how much I don't like it, and so I have to like. I don't mind going hiking or doing some sort of sport, but I'm not a sporty guy. But like, so I need to find something that will trick me into exercising. That's the first step because I love food. I don't want to stop eating what I want to eat. So let's baby steps, and that's the other thing that you can apply to personal finance is like. We're with these changes that we're trying to make in our life, personal finance, health, just stress and just reformatting our lives. It is overwhelming when you look at everything you should do, everything you could do, everything that would improve your current situation. But it's one small step at a time. Yeah. Like if you look at everything, it'll be overwhelming and you won't be able to do it. You'll freeze and you'll go back to the default. So let's pick one thing. I need to start delegating more and I should probably walk my dog a little, like let's do some small stuff. Let's just get some movement, some progress, and then we can add to it and build over time. So don't get discouraged if you're in a spot of like, I have so much financially I need to do. Pick one thing. Let's start making some small progress. So anyway, thanks to our new subscribers. We have increased subscribers this week. I didn't have time to grab their names. We really appreciate you watching, but we're going to move on to today's topic, which is finances on pause, thriving through the financial shutdown. So first off, just a quick recap. Do you know what's going on? I know that you're so out of touch. I barely know what's going on.
I do know the government is shut down.
The federal government is shut down.
Which does not sound good.
Because people can't agree on a budget. So what do? We just shut it down. We just shut it down. No more government.
It's like dad turning around the car.
Yeah, we're just gonna. So both sides are in a stalemate. Now I looked up. Didn't have time to pull it up for a graphic, but there are charts that show you government shutdowns over the years and how long they last. It's like 50 plus years ago, 60. A day. 2 days. And then they've progressively gone up to a week, a couple days to a week. And then the most recent big shutdown was, I think, 2019. It was under the Trump administration and it was like 30 something days. So that's the range. The average is like a week or two at this point, but they've been getting more and more and more as things have gotten more politically polarized, as people are digging in. There's a whole lot of reasons for it. But the thing is, if you're affected by the shutdown, if you're a federal employee, it could be a while. And what do you do if you don't have enough money? Like the average American doesn't have 6 months of emergency fund, a couple months worth of emergency fund. We're living paycheck to paycheck. So what do we do? So that's the question. That's what we're talking about. So first, we want to prioritize essentials, obviously. Like anything that is not essential, I recommend putting on pause. Like
not paying it.
Cancel the subscription. We're not going out to eat. Like anything that's optional, we need to stop. And the issue is like once the money's gone, it's gone, and it's harder to get something back in its place. And an example of this is early on in our marriage, Sarah was going to grad school, and we decided we were going to pay for grad school out of pocket. We got some money from grandparents that we were putting towards it. And then we bought a new car. I paid for it out of pocket because I was trying to be good financially. And then we got a year and a half into school and some more school stuff was due. And it was like, oh, like $5,000 is due. Mm-hmm. It's a little tight at the time. And so I was like, in my mind at some point, I was like, well, we have the car. I didn't get a car loan. I could just get a car loan for the car after I got it, or we can get a school loan after. But here's the thing. Once you bought the car, you can't get a car loan for it without paying higher interest. It's either because at that point it's a title loan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a title loan, right? I didn't think of it that way. I was just like, I have a car. I could just get an auto loan for the car. But once you own the car,
the credit union's not going to give you.
They do not look at it the same way. And then the same thing for student loans. Once you paid for it, you can't get a student loan for school that's already been paid for. I've already paid for it. Can I go back and get a student? Which I'll tell you, the other annoying thing about this was we paid for school. We didn't have student loans. And then we did take out a personal loan to help kind of float stuff. A small personal loan to float stuff in the in-between. But then she got a job who would pay off student loans.
Well, great.
But we didn't have student loans. Isn't that annoying? So we negotiated because, I'm like I'm like, no, but we paid for school. Like, what is the difference in paying for student loans or paying for school? We want the money. It's a bonus for signing on. Give us the money. So we talked them into it. And then something happened where they're like, well, fine, we're just going to take it away for everyone going forward. So,
oh, no, I would. That's
so whoever
terrible.
came behind us who didn't get it, it's because of me and my hard-headedness. So my apologies. So we want to prioritize, because again, once the money goes out, like, how do we replace that? What do we do? So we want to get rid of anything that is non-essential, prioritize the essential.
So we're essentials. We're talking food, shelter, transportation?
Yes. We are talking food, utilities, insurance, those sorts of things that if we let lapse are not good. So that's one thing. The other thing in this, so number 2 is communicate with creditors or your landlord and those sort of things. We want to communicate with them because we want to say, hey, we're in this position. A lot of them, especially financial institutions, will have programs and situations to help you during these times. So they may say, hey, all right, so while the government shut down, you don't have to pay your mortgage. You could ask your landlord, hey, is it okay if we put it on pause? And again, you might not need it. The government might start back tomorrow. Like, we don't know when it's going to start back, but the problem is if you pay it and then you have issues, it's hard to negotiate it when you don't have the money. Like, I'd rather be in the position of I have the money to pay it, but I'd prefer to hold on to it just in case I need it and negotiate that. Once everything gets back and going and you have money coming in, then we pay it all out and we get caught up. So, then I want you to take advantage of any financial assistance that's available to you. So most of the federal employees, and again, if you are losing your job, the same thing's going to apply. Most likely, you're going to be eligible for unemployment. And so you want to take advantage of those benefits. Any other benefits, I would talk to the people around you, look up what specific benefits could be available to you, what programs there are for food, financial assistance for people in your situation. And we want to take advantage of that. I have people in my life who think that using these types of programs is like taking advantage of the system. The system is there to help people in your situation. And so don't hesitate to utilize it. It's there for you.
It's short term.
Yeah, it's there for you. And to the people of faith that are watching, and that's the background that I'm coming from, is a lot of people will say, well, I want to trust God and I don't want to use that thing. And the thing that I will tell them is like, there's a good chance God is looking down on you from heaven and saying, I provided for you through that program. And you are sitting there. I have a plate of food that I provided in front of you. And you're saying, no, I'm waiting on God to provide it. And he's saying, it's right there. Right. Mm-hmm. So please take advantage of those. Don't let pride get in the way. I saw a video, and it's sad, of people in their camo in line for food, but they're doing the right thing for their family because you just don't know what's going to happen. You just don't know. So we're going to communicate with creditors. We're going to pause any unnecessary expenses. We're going to communicate with our landlords and those sorts of things. And then we're going to consider income bridges. So there's 2 groups of people in this. Some people have to work and just not get paid. And there's other people that are furloughed and are not working. So if you're furloughed, especially, what can we do? Can we start driving Uber? Can we start delivering for Walmart? Can we start doing Papa John's pizza delivery? Like, what can we do to start making some money in the in between? Because you have the time. If you're required to work, your TSA, your military, your any of those things that are required to work, you're gonna have a harder time. But if you have some time to squeeze in some stuff, please do. It can make a big difference for you and your family. I just don't want you to wait and see what happens. And so we want to consider those income bridges. And then I don't want to talk about this too much because this is like somebody's, I don't know, sick or hurt, and then somebody gives some solution that would help them not get sick or hurt. And it's like, this is not the time. This is not the time for that. Thank you. This is not the time. I don't want to hear it. But I do just want to plant a little seed of like, when we get through this, you will get through it. You'll be okay. But when you get through it, if you did not already have an emergency fund in place, we want to get a 3 to 6 month emergency fund in place. And especially if you're a government worker and you know that this could happen every couple of years. This is not an uncommon thing. So we need to plan for it. It's like when people get surprised by Christmas or vacation. It's like those come up every year. We need to plan for them. So this has happened relatively regularly every several years. So let's plan for it. Let's get that in place. One of the best no app, there's no receipt tracking. It's a fully automated system. It doesn't cost you anything. And it is the easiest way to get on a budget and stay on a budget for years. I've been on it for years. It's been amazing. I haven't been able to keep up with any other budget system, and those cost you money. Yeah. And they're harder to set up. So it's more time, it's more energy, and it's hard to be consistent. So go to timgosnell.com, sign up for the Unbudget today, and I will see you next Wednesday on the show.